This is severe weather coverage for East Alabama and West Georgia on Dr. Don's Weather. This coverage is powered by Southern Union State Community College, Alpha Insurance agent Jamie Dukas, and the East Alabama Bee Company, and brought to you in part by Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Genesis Way Clinic in Roanoke, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, Auction 431 South, Town of Wadley, and Bama Diesel Repair. Now, from the Dr. Don Studios, in the Alpha Weather Center, here is Dr. Don.
Well, good afternoon, East Alabama and West Georgia. It's coming up on 5:02 p.m. Central on your Saturday, July 1, 2023, and we are looking at some mighty big thunderstorms out there across East Alabama, over into northwest Georgia. We even got some up here in northeast Georgia this afternoon, and we have a severe thunderstorm watch that is in effect for portions of our coverage area. That watch is in effect until 8 p.m. Central this evening in Alabama. The following counties are covered by this severe thunderstorm watch: Blount, Cherokee, Colbert, Coleman, DeKalb, Etowah, Franklin, Jackson, Lauderdale, Lawrence, Limestone, Madison, Marshall, Morgan, and we also have in Georgia, we have Dade, Fannin, Floyd, Gilmer, Gordon, Murray, Towns, Union, Walker, Whitfield, Catoosa, Chattooga, and we also have, there's more. Let's see. Let me get down to the latest one. And we also have Randolph, Cleburne, Calhoun, St. Clair, Talladega, and Clay and Carroll County over in west central Georgia. So in our coverage area, it is Cleburne, Calhoun, Talladega, Clay, Randolph, and Carroll. This severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 8 o'clock this evening for those mentioned counties. Now, we have a severe thunderstorm warning that's just been issued. This is going to be for a very strong thunderstorm up there near Anniston, Alabama. The problem with these storms this afternoon, they're not moving. They're just sitting there for the most part. We'll put this in motion. You can see that there is very little movement to these storms. Therefore, we're getting a lot of problems with street level flooding this afternoon as well. And then we have, of course, some hail involved with some of these storms, but the biggest problem with these storms this afternoon has been gusty wind and torrential rainfall. And, of course, some very strong lightning, too. Just in that frame you're looking at there, we're looking at about 200 lightning strikes in the last 3 minutes. So this is going to continue on for a while. This is not something that's just going to pass by and be gone real quick. I've been out pretty much storm chasing this afternoon up here in northeast Georgia, and these storms are cycling. In other words, they grow really strong, really fast, and then the structure can't maintain, so the storm just kind of falls apart, and then it ramps back up, and it just continues to go through those cycles. Now, we've got more of a linear setup over here in Alabama, so we may have more of a wind threat here. Up in northeast Georgia, where, for those of you that are watching us up here in the mountains, we'll take a quick peek at that because I have a lot of folks up here who watch us as well. And you'll see right there, these are the storms that are taking place in Lumpkin and White County, even down to northern Hall County. And we have a special weather statement now for Lumpkin and White, and primarily for that storm cell just north of downtown Cleveland there near Yona Mountain. And then we also have a very strong cell coming just to the northeast of downtown Dahlonega. And that is headed toward the southwestern flanks or the southwestern sections of White County, down here where the Dr. Don Studios are. We're basically right there on the screen. You can kind of see the cursor moving around. That's where I'm broadcasting from. So pretty strong cell coming directly at us here, the Dr. Don Studios. So I may not be able to stay with you very long. If we start getting problems here in White County, or if we go under a warning, I'm going to have to end the broadcast and go take care of my grocery buying job. Interesting to note, look at the gust fronts blowing out ahead of this storm front coming in to Georgia. Let me bring it current and stop it, and you can see. Look at that green line all the way down. That is a gust front. That is some pretty strong winds blowing out ahead of this line of thunderstorms. We see the same thing down here near Covington, Georgia. We see that gust front back off to the west of the storm. I'm just looking to see if I see any more, and I don't at the moment. Big storms over here in extreme northeast Georgia and also near Anderson, South Carolina, there just south of Greenville. That's headed toward Clemson, South Carolina. And then, again, there's the big picture in Alabama. We have a special weather statement now for this Carroll County storm. That's going to be for a storm very close to Bremen over toward Tallapoosa. This is Georgia, and up there around Buchanan. That's a special weather statement just issued, so you folks over there in Mount Zion, Villa Rica, Temple, even down there in Carrollton, be ready for that storm headed your way. Let's look at Randolph. We have a couple of very small cells that's trying to get going here around Lake Wedowee and then up on the north end of Lake Wedowee, and then right along and just south of Highway 48, and a very small cell back over there in Clay, just to the northeast of Shiloh, trying to get going there as well. as well. So the severe thunderstorm warning that covers Clay County, that's going to be for the extreme northern reaches of Clay County. That's not going to be for Ashland. That's not going to be for Lineville at the moment. This is going to be for the extreme northern part of Clay County. And the warning that's valid now for Talladega is going to be from Talladega north back up across I-20 and back over toward the lake over at Pell City. So nothing threatening right now for Lineville or Ashland or Sylacauga at the moment. Childersburg, you've got a storm about to move in. You've got a special weather statement there. This storm down here in Randolph is intensifying rapidly, and that's just what I just got through telling you. That's what we're going to see this afternoon. These storms blow up really big, really fast. They outgrow their own framework. The structure is not strong enough to maintain these storms, so they blow up really big, really fast, and then they collapse. And when they collapse is when we get that wind. When that rain starts really heavy and that big column of water starts rushing to the ground, the wind has to go somewhere. So it blows out from under the clouds, and that's what causes damage a lot of times in these type setups. And I think that's what we've got going on up here on near Lake Wedowee. Let me go down to street level and let me turn on some road names. Of course, that's Highway 48, S40 Road, County Road 4807, County Road 813. This is in Randolph County out by the lake. Williams Drive, County Road 38. This storm's right on top of you. It may not be that intense just yet because it is in the early stages of intensifying. But that storm is intensifying, and it's intensifying rapidly. County Road 813. Some other roads that may be involved in this. County Road 4807. Yeah, we've got all those. And then there's a secondary cell just to the north up here, just north of Mad Indian Creek. County Road 229. County Road 9901. Then it's going to be drifting very slowly to the east-southeast, maybe County Road 99. Should be on the lookout. And then we have another area forming right there near Wedowee Marine, right there on 431, just north of downtown Wedowee. So we're starting to see things pop pretty good up here in Randolph County this afternoon. Zoom back out, show you the big picture, and I'll go over there and start answering questions in the chat room here in just a second. So the latest severe thunderstorm warning that's been issued is a severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Talladega County, southern Calhoun County, southwestern Cleburne, northeastern Clay. That's in effect until 5:45. Severe thunderstorm located near Talladega Municipal Airport or 9 miles southwest of West End Cobbtown. Moving to the east at about 15 miles per hour. The hazard with this storm is 60 mile per hour wind gust and penny-sized hail. All right, let's see what you got to say over there in the chat room. Cindy says it has arrived in Coldwater. Yeah, thank you, Cindy. Yeah, the storms eventually will affect Chambers, I think. Chambers is not in the severe thunderstorm watch, but if you'll just look at the general motion of the storms, I mean, they're not moving very fast, that's for sure. Question is, can we get formation down here before we lose the heat of the day? It's not going to get that cool tonight, so I mean, this could conceivably carry on for several more hours because of the heat. Just hold on a second. I got to check this up here where I'm at. Plug my phone up too. It's about dead. Okay. We're okay for now. Yeah, so Cindy, we're just going to kind of have to watch this together to see if anything happens down here in Chambers. The clouds are moving in down here in Chambers, Tallapoosa, and Coosa County. So we are beginning to see an increase in moisture in the upper levels of the atmosphere down there. So certainly possible. We'll see. Hey, Mike, good to see you in there, brother. Hey, Kelly Daniel. Lincoln, it should be storming pretty good in Lincoln about right now. They're just not moving very much. I mean, there is a little bit of a southeastern motion to them, but I just, the question is, will they be gone? I guess, are you asking because you guys are going to have a fireworks show tonight, or do you have fireworks going on there for Mother Nature right now? Neil Fettner. Well, me and Neil go back a minute. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Hey, Neil. Yeah. So I was pulling some old video the other day, just messing around, and I found some old TV33 video. Neil had that baby face going on back then. Of course, he was a baby. Yeah, so maybe it gets out of there before 9 o'clock tonight. It's going to be a close call. I mean, even after the storms move through, you see the rain on the backside of all of this. It's going to be another one. I wouldn't even begin to try to tell you whether it'll be gone by the time you do fireworks tonight or not. I mean, there's a decent chance you'll be able to do them up there. Yeah, so radar is trying to tell us they're moving at about 15 miles per hour. I just don't think I buy it. I mean, there is a little more motion to the storms over here in Alabama than there is up in northeast Georgia, so maybe so. Roanoke, Alabama, Springfield. Hey, you Facebook users, if you haven't done so, when you see that link pop up in the chat room that says Restream.io, Facebook users, please go to, and then you see the link. Go to that and click on, click on it so that I know who you are. If you don't give us permission to, if you don't give Facebook permission to share your name to Restream, then I can't tell who you are. And Restream is the broadcast platform that we use to send out our signal to all of our different media. This only applies to Facebook users. YouTube, you don't have to do that, but Facebook requires permission. So if you hadn't done it, go click on that link and give Restream permission to tell me who you are. Crazy, huh? There's James in Talladega. Y'all got a pretty good one going on over there. Well, thank you, Pamela. I appreciate the kind words. Yeah, Troop, you're okay at the moment. You're kind of in the same boat Chambers is in. We're just kind of watching to see what happens. I think you probably will have some scattered thunderstorms down there before all is said and done. I wish I had some control over it. I would make it stop. Okay, city fireworks are scheduled tonight. Thanks, Neil. Yeah. It'll be a close call. Hey, Joanna, watching from Newell. Tony watching us up in Jacksonville. Kathy, yeah, you're more than welcome. Yeah, nobody's in the clear, Angela. You just don't have anything going on. Well, that was a big bolt of lightning. You just don't have anything going on down there in Opelika at the moment. But there is the possibility. You could see some storms down there later on this afternoon. I mean, look over here in Georgia. You got big storms further south than Auburn, Opelika, LaGrange, even further south in Columbus. So things could start to destabilize right there across Lee, Chambers, and Troup County pretty much at any time. Good evening, Kim. Got some issues up here. We got some flooding going on. Yeah. Folks, I'm beginning to have some issues up here in my area. I've got flooding and power lines down in different parts of the county. Hang on just a second. Let me look and see if I can see where this is. Town Creek, okay. Okay, so I'm going to have to deploy, so we are going to have to wrap this up. Continue to watch your Facebook feed. We will post any warnings that are issued. But unfortunately, I've got severe weather ongoing up here where I'm at also, and that's what I do for a living up here within White County. So I have got to, let me look at it on radar right quick. Yeah, here's the problem. We got flooding taking place right there. This area and in this area. Now you see there's Dr. Don Studios. That's where I'm located. I got flooding out here on Highway 115. I also have flooding right here just outside the city of Cleveland on Town Creek. So I've got to go do my do and do what I do, and for this jurisdiction up here. But again, we will be posting any special warnings or watches that are issued, and as soon as I can, I'll come back and continue with live coverage here on Dr. Don's Weather. Thank you so much for joining us. Remain weather aware for the remainder of the afternoon.
This has been severe weather coverage for East Alabama and West Georgia from Dr. Don's Weather. Coverage has been powered by Southern Union State Community College, Alpha Insurance Agent Jamie Dukas, and East Alabama Bee Company, and brought to you in part by Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Genesis Way Clinic in Roanoke, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, Auction 431 South, Town of Wadley, and Bama Diesel Repair. We will continue to monitor weather conditions across the area and return with the latest information as conditions warrant. This is Dr. Don's Weather.